It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon, and we are underway in Foxborough. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they're able to get this one across the 35. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, the connection here with Nelson Aguilar. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They're going to try and throw. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. Now a first down carry for Harris. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. He'll find Harry on the right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. And Folks' kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. On the return, Shandon Sullivan. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On play action, it's Rodgers. He hits Adams complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On play action, now Rodgers. Flushed out right. But I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Jones being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off play action, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Rodgers now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Rodgers again now. That's complete to Cobb. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And it's caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones.
As the first half is winding down, and the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
One play at a time.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Jones. And this one is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
A final shot before break. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd down and 4. Rodgers trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he stopped immediately there. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. He completes it to Henry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance, but that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 1st down, it's Harris. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And right side, Henry's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway. And now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out right to Bourne. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Fort's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Rodgers on the return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to let it fly. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rodgers to throw. Open man, here is Cobb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Here's Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.